Hello, everyone. This is Tom G. Double 800, aka North Star. So, on Sunday, January the 14th, Crown Prince Frederik was proclaimed King of Denmark. And judging from the wristwatch on his wrist, evidently he's wearing an olive green Omega Seamaster 300 on a green NATO strap, and he's wearing this watch with his Danish full admiral full dress, which is kind of out of place because normally you wouldn't wear a sports watch with a full dress. However, this is somewhat interesting since the now King Frederik X is quite a badass himself, being a trained U.S. Navy SEAL, Special Forces, Navy Special Forces officer, and a full Danish admiral, of course. But nevertheless, evidently he is wearing an olive green Omega Seamaster 300 on a green NATO strap during the ascension or the proclamation as king. And what is interesting now is what implications will that have for that specific watch model. Now, as far as I understand, it's one of the more esoteric Omega Seamaster 300 models. Not as famous as other Omega Seamaster 300s, but what will that imply for that specific watch model now that it had been worn by a king? I mean, a watch is not just a watch, and clearly he's not into watches. If the king was into watches, he wouldn't wear this specific model. He would wear another model like a dress watch or something more suitable. But what implications would that have for that specific watch model now that it had been worn by a king? I mean, it's undeniably been worn by a king. What changes? What kind of game changer will that be, and what implications will that have for that specific Omega 300 olive green model now that it has been famous and famously worn by a king? That is very interesting, that this watch now has become the King Frederik X Omega Seamaster. And clearly this will be noticed by watch lovers all over the world, and clearly it will have implications on price and value of this specific watch model.